West Springfield, Massachusetts. We're in front of the St. Thomas Church campus. It's a very large campus, including on Pine Street itself, 4 buildings in a row. And then in back you have a social center and an auditorium. It's a very big place, a very active community. I've been to church here a couple times. It's very active. And the cemetery is right down the road. So we'll visit that as one of our stops too. Now this parish is from 1869. It started in the center of West Springfield, maybe about a mile from here, with a small church that was a mission church of the Holy Name of Jesus Church in Chicopee. And the pastor would come out there every day. And that arrangement would continue for like 3 decades. That very peculiar arrangement, even though they had enough people. And okay, so in 1962, the St. Thomas the Apostle Parish Center was built, but it was built to be a convent, and it was right next to the school. And it's very modern, but you can see the convent look, especially towards the back. Now, it's now been changed over, and we'll look at the school. Right, this St. Thomas school is right in front of us now. It was always a kindergarten, 8th grade school, and you can see it's a very nice facade to it. This is from 1861, and it replaces an older school that was here beforehand, and it's a nice replacement. It's very, very nice, pretty look to it. So what comes after that? Okay, so now we're finally in front of the St. Thomas the Apostle Roman Catholic Church, and you can see it's even older than the school and convent, which were replacements anyways. The convent replaced an older one, the school replaced an older one, and this church replaces an older one too. Not only was the mission church about a mile away, but after a while they put a mission church up here that was made out of wood. And from 1869, those 2 locations were used as the church. And finally, they got their own church here. And the church, you can see it's in a Gothic style, and it has a nice, unique looking steeple to the side of it. And if you go inside, it's a very pretty little place. It's not as big as you expect most churches to be. Now, the church that preceded this one, that was in this location, was destroyed in 1905 by a fire, and this one was built in 1906. So for being 118 years old, it looks pretty good. Now we'll take a couple of steps off to the side, and we'll see the rectory is in the distance, and the rectory itself is also very pretty. You can see there's a statue of, I think it's Mary, to the side. Actually, it might be St. Thomas himself. Okay, but you can see the rectory is rather big. It probably had inside of there maybe 4 priests. A couple of them would have served the church, and a couple of them would have served the school itself. And it's also was where the pastor would live. And the pastors, in the beginning, the first pastor was a pastor that was at the Holy Name Church, and that was Patrick Healy, and he's buried right in front of the church in Chicopee. And then Patrick Phelan came, and he stayed around for 20 years. I think he served from about 1877 into the 1890s, and then he went out to Sacred Heart of Holyoke and became pastor there. And then finally they got another one, and I think at that point they started to build up this church. Now, Phelan is buried in this St. Thomas Cemetery, so there'll be a stop there. We can get to see him. All right, so it's a very big campus, most people don't expect this, but it's the most important Catholic church in West Springfield. Thank you.